Oh, so they counted you out, huh? Every step you took. Mocked, dismissed, ignored. Why? You swallowed it, kept moving, even when it burned, right? Well, guess what? That burn, that sting, that rage, it's not weakness, it's ammo. Locked, loaded, waiting. You think they're ready for what's coming? Huh? No, they're not ready, not even close. And when you rise, oh, they'll wish they never spoke your name. They thought they could bury you before you even learned to crawl. They scribbled your obituary in whispers, sealed it with smirks, and laughed while they walked away. Every time you spoke, they turned the volume down on your existence. Every time you tried, they tightened the rope around your chances. And you stood there, letting their shadows stretch over you, thinking maybe they were right. But here's the trick. The ending they wrote, that was never your story. It was their wish, their fantasy. And fantasies burn easy. You've been living like a ghost in their world, slipping through cracks they didn't even notice you fit into. Watching, listening, measuring the weight of every insult until your back could carry the weight of mountains. They thought they were breaking you, but they were carving you, sharpening the edges they'll soon cut themselves on. Every no you heard was just another layer of steel wrapping around your bones. Every smirk aimed at you was just another reason to reload. They don't know it yet, but you've been plotting your resurrection in silence. Funny thing about people who count you out, they never stick around for the long game. They want quick kills, easy victories. They've got no patience for monsters that take time to build. But you've been patient, painfully patient. You've been watching the clock while they've been watching themselves. And the moment they finally forget about you, that's when you'll strike. Not for revenge, not for validation, but because the story was always yours. And you were just getting warmed up. They mistake your quiet for fear. But you and I both know it's something else. It's precision. It's the calm before the detonation. While they scream and flail, you're still. You watch the room like a chessboard. Every move calculated, every breath timed. They don't get it. Chaos isn't about noise. Chaos is about control. It's knowing when to move and when to let them think they've won. Cold blood doesn't freeze, it focuses. Your hands don't shake because they've been trained by storms. You've walked through nights where the only sound was your own breathing, waiting, counting the beats between now and the perfect strike. You've mastered the art of letting the world underestimate you until the exact moment you decide otherwise. That's power. That's how predators operate. Quiet, patient, invisible, until the teeth are already at the throat. They've been swinging blindly, hoping to hit you by accident, not realizing you've been 2 steps ahead the entire time. Every insult, logged. Every betrayal, memorized. Every laugh at your expense, stored away like ammunition in the dark. And when the time comes, you won't yell. You won't explain. You'll just act. Cold blood, steady hands, and not a single drop of hesitation. Because hesitation, that's for them, not for you. They told you to blend in, to be normal, to play nice in a world built for obedient little pawns. But you were never cut from their fabric. You were the tear in it, the rip they couldn't stitch back together. They wanted you smooth, rounded, safe, but you came jagged, sharp, dangerous to hold. And the best part? You never asked for their permission to exist like this. You're not here to fit their mold. You're here to melt it down and turn it into a weapon. Normal is a cage with velvet walls, comfortable, padded, silent. They feed you the idea that fitting in will protect you, when really, it's just to keep you predictable. But the second you step out, really out, you scare them because you can't be categorized anymore. They can't put you in their little box and slap a label on you. You've stopped speaking their language, and now every word you say sounds like a threat to their fragile order. So burn the mold. Don't just break it. Erase it from existence. You are not the product of their expectations. You're the glitch in their system, the wrong answer that makes their whole equation collapse. You're not supposed to be here, and yet here you are, and here you'll stay. Louder, sharper, harder to ignore with every breath. Because once you stop trying to belong, you become the one place they can't touch. They think you've vanished, but you've only gone quiet. And that's worse. Quiet means you're planning. Quiet means you're watching them burn through their own energy while you save yours for the kill. You're not hiding, you're loading. Every step you take now is deliberate, every pause is a calculation. They're still playing checkers. You're drawing blueprints for the entire battlefield. This isn't retreat, it's reconnaissance. The quiet war is the deadliest war. No banners, no noise, just the steady, invisible tightening of the net around them. You collect their mistakes like trophies. You study their patterns until their predictability becomes your guarantee, and they'll never see it coming. Because nothing terrifies a loud enemy more than someone who moves without a sound. Silence makes them nervous. They start inventing reasons for your absence, talking to each other about you like you're a rumor instead of a threat. But you're no rumor. You're the slow pressure that breaks the dam. You're the storm they forgot was in the forecast. And when the first crack appears, you won't announce yourself. You'll already be inside. They can handle your mask, but your truth. That's what terrifies them. The moment you stop performing for their comfort, you become dangerous. Because the real you isn't polite. The real you doesn't bend. The real you is the mirror they spend their whole lives avoiding. And when you hold it up, they see everything they've been running from. Every weakness, every cowardice, every lie they've told themselves just to sleep at night. Most people can't handle unfiltered reality. It burns, it strips them down to the bone and leaves them shaking. But you've learned to stand in that fire until it feels like home. You've stopped editing yourself for an audience that never wanted the truth in the first place. Now your presence alone is a test, and most will fail it. Miserably. They'll call you arrogant, cold, ruthless, all because you refuse to hide anymore. And that's fine. Let them choke on the labels. You've seen too much to go back to pretending. You are no longer a character in their fantasy. You're the interruption, the glitch, the reminder that some people don't ask to be respected, they just take it. Pain. They run from it like it's poison. You drink it. You let it coat your tongue until you know its taste by heart. Most people spend comfort like coins, buying safety, buying ease. But you spend pain. And the thing about pain is it never runs out. Every hit you've taken is a deposit in your account. Every loss, every humiliation, every scar, it's all interest building in the dark. They don't understand it yet, but pain is the only currency that grows in value the more you endure. Comfort softens, pain sharpens. Comfort makes you lazy, Pain makes you lethal. Every sleepless night you've had, every morning you woke up still bleeding inside. That was training. They thought it was breaking you, but it was teaching you how to survive on a diet of fire. And when you finally cash in that pain, oh, it won't be pretty, because you won't spend it slowly. You'll flood the whole damn table with it. You'll move like someone who's been starving for years and suddenly sees the feast, and the beauty is, you'll still have more left in the vault. Pain is infinite, which means so are you. They think you want applause, how cute. They think you're chasing their approval like some desperate street performer begging for coins. No, you're after something far more satisfying. Silence. The kind of silence that swallows the room when they realize they can't ignore you anymore. The kind that makes them drop their eyes, shuffle their feet, and rethink every smug word they ever spat in your direction. Applause is cheap. Noise is easy. Silence, that's expensive. It means you've taken something from them they can't get back. Their certainty, their comfort, their belief that you'd stay small forever. Silence is the sound of their world tilting in your favor, and they can't find the words to stop it. So stop craving cheers. Let them choke on their own quiet. Let them bite their tongues until they taste blood, because that's when you'll know they finally get it. You were never theirs to dismiss. You were the storm behind the closed door. And now that the door's gone, all that's left is the sound of nothing. And nothing has never been so loud. Patience. They think it's a weakness. They think standing still means you've frozen. But predators know better. The lion doesn't roar before it kills. The snake doesn't hiss until it's already wrapped around the throat. And you've been still for a reason. Every pause, every delay, every quiet moment was you, sharpening the blade. The fools rush in, swinging wild, burning themselves out in the first round. You've been saving your breath, watching, studying the twitch in their eyes before they make a move, the shift in their weight before they strike. You've learned the rhythm of their heartbeat, so you know exactly when to stop it. Patience isn't waiting, it's stalking. And when you finally move, it won't be a warning, it'll be an ending. No hesitation, no mercy, just the clean final precision of someone who's been rehearsing the kill in their head 1,000 times over. That's why patience is power, because by the time they realize you've decided to act, it's already too late. Permission. The word tastes like rust in your mouth. You've swallowed enough of it in your life, asking, waiting, hoping someone in the crowd will nod and tell you it's okay to move. But here's the truth. The second you ask, you've already lost. You've handed them the crown, and they'll make you bow for it. Not you, not anymore. You don't ask. You take. You don't apologize for breathing too loud, standing too tall, or wanting too much. You walk into the room like it belongs to you. Because the moment you hesitate, the vultures smell it. They circle. They wait for you to shrink so they can swoop in. You give them nothing, not a crack, not an inch. And when you move with the force of someone who doesn't care who's in the way. You don't step around, you step through. Because here's the dirty secret they never told you. No one in power ever asked to be there. They just acted like they already were, and the world bent around them. Now it's your turn to make it bend. They tried to bury you. They tried to silence you. They tried to make you small. And now, they're watching you rise. Not slowly, not quietly, not politely. You're exploding out of the ashes of their doubt, like a storm they never saw coming. Every insult, every betrayal, every "you can't" was fuel, and now it's wildfire. You're unstoppable because you've been sharpened by their hate. You're relentless because patience taught you how to strike when the moment is perfect. You're untouchable because every step you take is calculated, every move deliberate. They thought you were broken. They didn't realize you were becoming unbreakable. And here's the best part. The world notices. They can feel the tremor before it even hits. They can sense the chaos before it arrives. You don't have to announce yourself. Your presence is enough to rewrite the rules. You've risen. They can't stop it. They can only watch, terrified, as you take everything they thought they controlled and make it yours. This is your stage, your rise. And the applause? You don't need it. You are the sound of inevitability.